Marisa Hammerbeck and her husband Gunnar are avid world travelers and the creators of the innovative, stylish, and what's the word, Nancy? Stealth. It is the word, stealth. PortoVino tote bags and backpacks, and they discreetly hold and pour 1.5 liters of your favorite beverage right out of a bag. I mean, it could be a backpack, a tote bag, a purse, very stylish. And Nancy and I, this is our favorite. This is our favorite thing to travel with, don't you think, Nancy? Nancy's disappeared. Hello. There you are.
I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. I'm in and out because I got the PortoVino my side.
Oh, I see what's going on. Now we're excited. Yeah. Marisa is back on Big Blend Radio today to talk about her travels and also to talk about a special PortoVino-with-a-View Mission Possible story series that she's assigned to Nancy and I as part of our Love Your Parks tour. So I encourage you to go to the website to see how cool these are. It's porto-vino.com. Marisa, how are you?
Great. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. Doing good. It's good to have you back. So today we're in Greeley, Colorado. Where are you today?
I am in Geneva, New York, actually, right next to the Women's National Hall of Fame. I know. I'm getting around myself. Actually, this is my old stomping grounds where I grew up. So I'm visiting my family, and wow. I thought I'd jump on the call with you, which is super fun.
Exciting, because now you're outside a national monument, and you are in the town of one of our favorite blues musicians, comes from Geneva, New York, Johnny Mastro. We play his music on the show. Yeah, we met them it's Johnny Mastro and the Mama's Boys is a band name. We met them in Venice Beach years ago when we started our magazine over 20 years ago, and he was on the front cover. He's been on there twice now. And now he's in New Orleans, and so we have to go see him. Well, right now he's in Europe. Just speaking of world travel. And he's got a song. Next time you come on, we're going to play one of his songs for you. It's called Wine-Headed. So,
perfect. I'll check that out.
I know. So cool. So you're in Geneva, and we're in Greeley. So we got that for one day. So tomorrow we're going to Rocky Mountain National Park. So I think we could get a PortoVino-with-a-View photo, don't you think? Have a nice view way up there.
That sounds like a great place for it.
Have you been there?
I haven't.
Oh, well, we'll have to get that together for you, for sure. So I want everybody to understand about PortoVino, what this is, because it's really awesome. You've got all kinds of bags, but I've been seeing one bag with a double pour, which is interesting too. So what was the very first one that you created?
Yeah, so the very first one we created was actually, the idea was to create a fashionable purse that could be used every day, but that had the functionality of being able to store and pour your wine on the go. So it was a, much more traditional classic purse that we first created, so you could take anywhere, go out at night or go, daytime or whatnot. And then we kind of migrated from there to, beach totes and, just more casual bags, backpacks, as well as like what you just mentioned, which is what I'm carrying, the Tuscany double pour tote, which has 2 pouches. So every purse has these, what we call our party pouch, and they'll hold up to 2 bottles of wine or any beverage, hot or cold, that you want to put in there. And the Tuscany has 2 individual party pouches that each holds its own bottle of wine. So, if you have somebody who likes red and somebody else who likes white, we got you covered.
Awesome. See, this is exciting. We love the backpack. We have the tote bag, the one with the red and white stripes. And now Priscilla's been bouncing between both. We realized that this needs to be her thing. This is her. Priscilla, everybody, is our little pink sock monkey. She writes our blog. She's our travel mascot, and she's a diva who likes to be photographed. So you'll see a lot of PortoVino wine bags with her popping out of there. And she tries to grab the wine before we can get it. So that's a little problem. She can. She drinks. Yeah, she does. She drinks. But you're sending us on this Mission Possible story series, and this is definitely one of those we can say is a total Mission Possible to go out there with a PortoVino bag and travel the country. So everyone, we are creating. This is a new thing that we're doing. Every time we go on these big road trips that we do, we go from Yuma on out, and we come back to Yuma, Arizona, where our hotel headquarters is at the historic Coronado Motor Hotel. But we're going to be doing these road trip photo journals. So you're going to see all the places Nancy and I have had wine with the PortoVino.
Well, you guys you live like the perfect lifestyle to be able to use the PortoVino on all these amazing places that you go.
You know what we discovered?
Really
okay,
fun.
so we have the wine part, but the water part is crucial because you want to have clean water. You don't want to drink faucet water. You don't always want to have plastic bottles of water, and you can get those little filter juggy things, but we drink a ton of water, especially on a trip.
Yeah.
So we realized that, when we left Yuma, we have a big water jug thing that filters the water. So we filled a PortoVino, one of the bags, 1.5 liters of water, and it kept it cold for our whole trip up where we drove from Yuma to Gallup, New Mexico in a day. And it was awesome because you could just pull over, have a nice cold glass of water, and it's clean. And so that's
great.
And it fits into hotel refrigerators. So there's another thing. So,
and you don't have to worry about it breaking. Right.
Exactly.
You're being eco-friendly. You don't have to worry about all the plastic. And, that's great. That's super.
And speaking about eco-friendly, it's BPA-free, the pouches. They're like the pouches that you get inside a box wine. And those are BPA-free. And then we've got the silicone cups. And that's safe. It's better than being plastic, right?
Yes, absolutely. And because they are, they're dishwasher safe, and you can wash them over and over again. They're not going to crack or anything like that. So they're super travel friendly. Don't you say? Because you can just scrunch them up and throw them in a bag, and they pop right back into shape when you're ready to drink out of them.
Priscilla sits on them, doesn't she, inside the bag?
Well, she likes to keep cool.
That's great.
She hangs around the PortoVino bag all the time. Sometimes she has to get her peanuts before she lets us have our wine.
Oh, she has to have hers, right? Yeah. That's it. She's had a good time. We've taken her all over the place. And so I want to give you a little rundown of what we have done with the PortoVino. The first one we started with was Picacho State Recreation Area. It's about an hour and a half north of Yuma, Arizona, in California, actually. And they have these beautiful, huge buttes. There's the Colorado River. There's so much bird life, and it's a popular destination year-round. It does get warm, obviously, in the summer. Mm-hmm. You know what it's like being in Arizona,
Right, right.
The river's right there. People fish and everything. So Priscilla was like, no, we're stopping here. We're going to have wine at this, beautiful area. And here's the thing. That's where Nancy and we discovered that what's great about the PortoVino is you don't have to sit there and finish the whole bottle in the same place. So you can hop around a park and have a couple sips here, have a couple sips there. That's how we do parks. We can
that's perfect.
Go for a hike.
And then like you're saying, you could have your water in the pouch. You could take it out, and then if you wanted wine instead, you can stick the wine one in. So you have multiple pouches, and you can do what you need.
It's excellent. So we started at Picacho. Then the water, where we use the water, was standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. I told you we would make it there.
That's awesome.
And we did.
So much fun.
That's so awesome.
You guys should have seen us trying to even get in there. So Winslow, Arizona, everybody, it's up in northern Arizona. We were on our way to Gallup. It's not too far from there. It's right close to the Painted Desert and Petrified Forest National Park. I think it's National Park, which we didn't make it to, but we went to Winslow, Arizona, and that's where the Standing on the Corner statue is dedicated to the Eagles. And it's like selfie corner. Every Instagrammer in the planet was there, and we had to get our way in there. And we had a glass of water that we had with the PortoVino glass and silicone cup, I should say, and Priscilla. And we brought in Spontaneous, the song game, so Priscilla decided the PortoVino and Spontaneous, these are the two things she carries because she thinks everyone needs to have a party at all times. So everywhere she goes, party time. But we made it there, and people look at us a little odd, but we don't really care. Nancy had fun with
That's
that.
fun.
I know. So then,
so
here
fun.
we go. From there, we went to Chaco Culture National Historical Park in New Mexico. It's in New Mexico, and thank goodness for a lot of water because we got lost. We really did get pretty lost and trolled around. But here's this ancient site where the Chaco peoples created these ruins. Well, they're ruins now, but these, Nancy, don't you think it was like if you were going to visit like the Mayan ruins or like the Sphinx? Like it's almost like going to Egypt there. Wouldn't you say it's that ancient and amazing?
Yeah, but the way the stones are laid is like you couldn't do a better job today. The way they fashion things, it's amazing to me how, when you know how old those are, how perfectly formed everything was.
Yeah. So it's thousands of years old, and they built these structures to celebrate the solstice. And so it wasn't just to live in. There was another place. Yeah, it's and these cliffs are huge and these big buttes. It's amazing. So we go through with the park ranger on a really cool tour explaining the history, with ancient history, and also about the land and how the cliffs are, these big rocky cliffs. And then we went and did some more exploring. And then, of course, what do you do in an ancient site with ruins in your distance? You have wine in the park. So
That's
and a little
great.
PortoVino wine. You could see the ruins in the distance, and you actually needed to have a permit to get to those ruins in the distance. So we thought, well, we'll enjoy them from here. And we saw a snake. It was cool. We saw a little snake, little garter snake or something out there. So that is where we've been. Have you traveled up that way at all, up into New Mexico?
No, I haven't, but I mean, just listening to Nancy talk about that, it is amazing some of the engineering feats that have occurred, like, thousands of years ago that you just can't even fathom, how they could do that. And it's still, it's still in perfect condition, or close to anyway, we can still all go appreciate it. It is really phenomenal. So the bucket list is way too big, right? There's just too many places to check out, but now you've just put another one on mine, so.
Yeah, it's not that far from you. And from Phoenix, I wouldn't think it's too far to go up there. And we were amazed going from Yuma. It was, summer's already hit Yuma. And all of a sudden we're going up through the Prescott National Forest and there's snow and Flagstaff. We're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But it was really, really beautiful to get up to the Four Corners. Have you been to Egypt on your world travels? Because I know you and Gunnar traveled all over.
No, that's a big one on my list. I would love to see the pyramids. I have not been to Egypt, no. Have you?
Oh, you can take PortoVino to the pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's coming along.
No, we haven't.
Sure.
We haven't been to Northern Africa, mostly Eastern and Southern Africa.
Okay, I've done some Southern Africa as well, but.
Yeah. No, I think Egypt's got to be fascinating, and Morocco. I want to go to Morocco really badly.
Yeah. Me too. That's on the list. Yeah.
And they've got camels. Phenomenal. We all want camels. We want camels.
I've done some camel things in India. That was fun.
Where?
In India.
In Arabia? Oh, India. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
In the Rajasthan area. Yeah, it was definitely very, very fun.
Oh man, I love them. They're like
cool.
Fun story, really quick. Gunnar, they didn't saddle the camels very well, and he, halfway through the trip, I hear this sound I'd never heard before, and it was the camel kind of moaning as Gunnar went, sliding down the poor camel's neck because they didn't saddle him really well, and anyway, the camel was fine, Gunnar was fine, but it was definitely the camel's probably what is going on?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It was.
Is this put the PortoVino bag over the camel's head and let it hang from the camel's neck so you have a nice place to serve yourself from?
Yeah, the poor camel is probably drinking.
Exactly.
What we got in here?
the camp. We were just chatting with the International Food Wine Travel Writers Association, and what their president, Linda Kassam, she is known as the diva, and I have to talk about this, but she went to they took a trip to Jordan. She said that was one of those trips that blow your mind. Like, that is just one of those off the chart destinations to go to, and we couldn't believe it. They got the diva on a camel, and we have photos of her on a camel. I'm like, what happened to the skirt, Diva Linda? But she did it, and she said it was mind blowing. And they have good wine. Apparently, Jordan has awesome wine, so that's a whole thing too. Have you been out there?
I haven't, and isn't it funny though? It doesn't matter where you go. It seems like there's good wine. Everyone seems to figure out how to do it.
I know. It is, important. Wine is important in life, So some of the other places, so I have to tell you, went from Gallup, New Mexico. We drove to Greeley, Colorado, and we started, oh my gosh, so we started early. We had to get to Aztec Ruins. We took some back road and twirled around for a few extra hours or something. That's what it felt like. We went through Shiprock, and they have these massive buttes. It's like incredible, absolutely mind-blowing. Just rocks and cliffs, or they're buttes. Just, they look like ancient ships in the desert sea.
Wow.
And
sounds amazing.
In our road trip journal, photo journal that we're doing of these tours and all these photos, we're going to have a section called Big Beautiful Buttes, because we've seen so many of them out where we are. But this, we went to Aztec Ruins and then crossed over into Colorado up through Pagosa Springs. And from there, ended up on this mountain pass that took us like 14,000 feet up. I needed PortoVino at the end, but we knew we had to keep going to get to Greeley on time, which we didn't make on time. But on the way, we really needed to stop. And, it was like one of those breaks. And we did still have a little bit, here's the beauty of PortoVino. You don't have, it seals back up and it keeps the wine good. And so we had a little bit left in there from our Chaco trip, because we don't, we had, enough, little sips here and there. And we stopped at a place that we found on the side of the road called Russell Lakes National Natural Landmark. And it's this birding wetland destination. And so we have snow-capped mountains and this lush wetland in front of us. So we're like, PortoVino stop. So we start getting out on the trail, and this huge storm just blew in, like out of nowhere. So here we are. Don't tell anybody, but here we are in the front seat of our car. We go running, and we PortoVino'd in the front seat of our car, looking out over the wetlands. So is that allowed for a PortoVino-View? And I want everybody to, drink responsibly, but it was, You got to do what you got to do.
Like going to the drive-in.
Yeah, exactly. You're stuck, right? You had no choice. You're like, I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons here.
I know. We were like sitting there feeling like naughty children, just like, okay, here we are in the car drinking wine.
Sounds like a good relaxing moment, though. Just like saying, okay, I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm not driving. I'm just sitting here. So. Yeah,
we had our lunch. We had our little picnic. We live on sandwiches for like days on end. Sometimes if you're really moving it, especially if you have your car loaded, you don't really go into restaurants and stuff like that because you've got all your gear. So we live on sandwiches and road stops, and so there we are sitting there going, does anybody know? And we're trying to pour it without the wind taking it. And we're like, here we are pouring wine in our car. This is like crazy. But it works. We had some left over, so we're not drinking too much. But I want to tell you what happened next. So the next one was naughty too. We always have wine on our shows, especially Friday and Sunday shows, right? Here we go. Our next show was in the Chamber of Commerce office in downtown Greeley in the train depot. So all the girls in the office, everybody has been well informed about PortoVino. In fact, Jen Finch, she is with Discover Weld, which is part of Weld County. So she's a government worker, right? County. she took us out into the Pawnee National Grasslands. And I mean, this is like prairie. We saw prairie dogs and all kinds of birds and everything. And we did not take the PortoVino because she's with the county. You know, we felt like, you know, can we really do that at 8 in the morning? You know, take PortoVino for the view. So we didn't do that. But then everybody said, you know, I don't want to get her in trouble. So anyway, she might have done it. But we walk in, Nancy went stealth. You got to tell Gunnar that Nancy went stealth with the tote bag. She just walked in. We go to set up the radio show. She walks by everybody carrying the tote bag, like, right, Nancy? Mm-hmm. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. She walks in. I set up the radio show, and, well, they gave us these bottles of fruit wine that's made out in Grand Junction area of Colorado.
It's like a mimosa at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's okay, right? That's like a mimosa. It's like a morning drink.
It was noon here for the radio show. So as far as we're concerned, like, that's okay. So, and we did, and she spilled, but don't tell anyone. They still don't know we snuck it into the office, or maybe they did. But it was cool. It was cool. So that was
the key. The key is to share, right?
Mhm. I agree. But do you ever see yourself making them as a clear bag?
You know, like the thing. Well, yeah. I mean, it's funny because a lot of people say that, but you know, the thing is, unless you like kind of really hide it, you know, sneak it in under, like to develop something, like obviously had anything that was where it's clear, they'd see the beverage itself.
The wine.
So, yeah, and then they probably wouldn't allow that in. It'd be a little less discreet, but.
Yeah, we were thinking about it because we were at the Greeley Blues Jam yesterday, and you had to have clear bags, and we didn't have one. And we're like, how do you do that with a silver pouch? You know, how do like
well, we've been working on something like that, but I don't know if we'll come out with it because I mean, there's that fine line between like, okay, we don't want to get anybody really in trouble where they, you know, if it's not allowed, then so.
It's not allowed.
We could. I think we've designed something, but it's kind of like a, you know, we don't want to promote what you shouldn't do, so we get anybody in trouble. So.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Take it on an airplane, get away with it.
Right. Well, you know, and it's funny because in Europe it's so different, right? In Europe it's like not a problem. Like they don't have all these kind of rules. It's totally acceptable, like to drink anywhere. So you don't have to go so incognito. But
it's interesting, because I can imagine like. Go ahead, Nancy.
I was just going to say we're probably just about the only country that is so regulated. You know, other countries we've been, people just don't care.
Right. They don't.
It's up to you.
Right. They don't have the perception.
They don't have a big brother.
Yeah.
They don't have a big brother for alcohol anyway. They might have big brother for other things, but not alcohol.
Right. Exactly. If you want to drink, a drink. There's other things you can't do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
And now you're going to Greece, right? Is that your next big trip?
Yes, that is the next big trip. Early July, we'll be heading after Greece. So we'll definitely be bringing the PortoVino and kind of hopping on that PortoVino-with-a-View for sure.
Awesome.
We need to do that as a hashtag now. PortoVino-with-a-View. That's going to be a new hashtag, everyone. So start watching that. I'm going to hashtag it everywhere. And
that's
Priscilla,
awesome.
We call it the Priscilla pop-up PortoVino-with-a-View because she really does. She around.
I have an idea.
She rocks.
I have an idea. This is my new idea for PortoVino. Just over where you have the flap for the little spigot that comes out. You could just make 2 little mini flaps for straws that go into the PortoVino.
Oh, that's fun. That's super fun. You just pull out the straw and you're good to go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be funny.
That's an idea.
I like it.
I love it. I mean, how many different bags do you have now?
So we have see, about 7 different styles now. So
wow.
we just came out with our new Paris collection, which is, again, a little bit more of a like dressy tote bag that has a lot of little extra little bells and whistles. We added a flap on top of the zipper on the inside to make the zipper a little bit even more discreet, and there's an outside exterior pocket and a little like fashionable tassel. So that's a fun new one. We're excited. We just launched it last week. So
congratulations.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're always drumming up new ones, but we have the tote bags and some like you had mentioned, the beach tote bag and the backpacks and just a few different varieties of a little bit more like evening type bags as well. So yeah. So
nice.
Like you mentioned, like the versatility is all about like that you could have it to go to work, and then if you come home at night and you're like, oh, I'm going to go over some friend's house or whatever, you could grab your little pouch out of the fridge or pour it, fill it up and drop it in, and then you're off. So it's kind of like a work to happy hour in a minute and 30 seconds, kind of.
I love that because also because it's insulated, you can even keep things cool that you need to keep cool. If you like have a sandwich or something after lunch, you can throw it in there if it's covered up, just to keep that little bit of insulation. So there's the versatility is really cool. The other part I wanted to mention to everybody is that with every purse purchased, you donate a meal to feed my starving children. So this is really cool that you do that and you partner with them. I think these days we really are realizing as entrepreneurs and businesses that giving back is really part of that business piece. You can't just take, you got to give back no matter what it is. If it's volunteering, donating money, that's an important part of life. And I think that, those who are out shopping want to contribute to companies that do that kind of thing too. There's this responsibility we have.
Absolutely. No, it's such an important part of our culture, we've really kind of latched on to Feed My Starving Children. It's a great organization. And so, we definitely feed a child for a day, and it's for every purse purchase. It's how we measure our business too. So it's based on how many meals we can donate. So, which makes you feel a lot better than just looking at a number. So. Right. Oh, so that's
like your challenge.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody, help.
Challenge. Right.
Let's get some food.
Right. A million meals.
Wow. So, and when you look at these, are these children in America, around the world?
Yeah, it is a international, it's more around the world. There's definitely some the children that they're generally helping are really literally starving to death, where they're finding children that are literally on the verge of death, and these meals have absolutely turned their, it's like they call it hunger into hope, so they really find these people who have absolutely nothing and haven't eaten in a long time. And then they're able to give them the hope to actually live a normal life and dream what they want to be when they grow up and so forth. So it's a really cool story. And our team, our PortoVino team goes and will help actually, because it's a complete volunteer organization. So we'll go help and pack the meals, every once in a while. So it's fun thing to do.
Oh man. Oh, yes, you've got the volunteer part of it, too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It kind of connects you. I mean, my big thing is if we can make, some of those bigger goals, then we'll, I'd love to actually travel to where they are actually donating the meals so that we can go and be a part of that. That'd be phenomenal.
How many countries have you been to now, do you think?
Well, I was just looking at it because my son actually has a social studies teacher who's been in 98 countries. So I was looking with Gunnar, my husband and business partner, and so we were like, oh, geez, we thought we had gone to more. We're Gunnar's about 50, and I'm at 42. So we've got a long ways to go.
Yeah, some catch up. I know we don't have as many numbers of countries. We've definitely got parks down I think
That's
after
great.
this trip, when I look at it all, I think we're actually more around 200 parks at this point.
Wow.
No,
That's amazing.
which is pretty. I would say between 150, 200. We're still in the process of documenting them all on our site. Everyone, loveyourparkstore.com. And if you go, you'll click on the blog. You'll see Priscilla, and you'll see her sitting on the corner because she's lazy. she drank too much wine. You'll see all her blogs and you'll see her PortoVino posts. Yeah, I think, Nancy, you and I just always stay where we go. Like, we end up living in the different countries and places.
Well,
That's
even
phenomenal.
your park count doesn't count all parks we've seen in other countries.
Right.
That 200 count is just in this country.
I'm all right.
And before we did not including even before the tour. So if we did that, it'd be a little crazy. It's a little crazy. We're park happy,
That's
so that's
great,
good.
though. I think it just doesn't matter where you're exploring. Every place that you explore is just amazing and fun, and there's so much history and just amazing things to see. So,
Well, yeah, well, you are too. Yeah, you're gonna have to post a photo. We want to see who you are. Where's your next PortoVino stop? Other than Greece, do you have?
Yeah, we'll be hitting up a few different islands in Greece, and right now I'm, just doing some things in upstate New York. So those are the main ones right now.
Right on, right on. Well, thank you for sending us on this Mission Possible story assignment because it's the best, dude.
Love it. Love watching it happen, and definitely hashtag PortoVino-with-a-View.
I think that's a new hashtag. I like it.
That's great. Love it.
And I think stealth will also have to be a part of the hashtags now too, stealth, because that's how we feel. When we set that into the chamber office, and Nancy's like, okay, where else can we go in? I'm like, Nancy, the other day we did try to go into somebody else's condo instead of the one that they put us in because we just,
Yeah, that was
so
fun.
that's just. I know. Was that after the PortoVino in the chamber? Was it? Was it the same day? Uh-oh.
Could have been.
Don't tell anybody.
Could have been.
Don't tell anybody.
Well, we could have
everybody. I know. We did get caught.
That's the beauty of it, though. It's discreet, right? So nobody even knows what you're doing.
I know.
Exactly.
You keep in the back.
As long as you just have to act like normal, which is okay. Right. I don't have a problem just saying, okay, here I come.
Yeah.
Well, that's too cool. Well, Marisa, we'll start with you. When you're in Greece, I think we'll be back in Yuma, Arizona at that time. So we'll chat with you when you're in Greece and catch up with you in Gunnar and see, what you've experienced and where you've had Wiki time, PortoVino-with-a-View time. So we're watching on social media. Everyone, again, the website is Porto. Go ahead.
Nothing. I was going to say thanks for having me. I was going to say thanks for having me. Gunnar wanted to say he was disappointed he couldn't make it with us today, but we'll be looking forward to it, talking to you from Greece.
Yeah, and we're going to have plenty of happy hours over the years. I'm telling you. Happy hour show with PortoVino. It's coming, and as we roll slowly into the world of video podcasts, so it's like video cast, I suppose what you call it. People will see us all with our PortoVinos in different places. So next time, we'll chat, we'll be like, here we are. This is the bag we're using today.
It's going to be radio.
Yeah, you can
radio PortoVino-with-a-View.
Exactly.
Sounds perfect.
And stealth for sure. Everyone, again, porto-vino.com is the website to go to. And once you've gone into the world of PortoVino-with-a-View, you can't go back. You will be hooked, and it will make you go to more parks than you ever thought. So porto-vino.com. Keep up with the tour also at nationalparktraveling.com and loveyourparkstore.com. And we got a really cool song for you, Marisa, because you and Gunnar are fellow travelers like us. This is a band based in New York, by the way. We got all these New York places. This is with New York and Australia. Sully, the lead singer, and Didgeridoo Dude, he's from Sydney, Australia. And then the rest is up in Didgeridoo Dude. He's okay. They're Long Island. I think the Long Island that is where they are. haven't got to New York yet, so we're gonna need tour guides when we get there. I'm scared for some reason, but we'll figure it out. But here it is. This song is called Traveler, because that's what we all are. So it's from the Walk-A-Bout band. You can go to walkaboutband.com, and here's Traveler. Thanks so much for joining us, and say hi to Gunnar for us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Happy exploring.
Yeah, thank you, and cheers.
Cool.
Toast to
Cheers.
you.
Cheers.
Here it is.
To you too.
My feet